For them, the whole world is a foreign country, but at the same time, it is their home. The life of foreigners who live and work in Kazakhstan. Their experiences and their insights in a travelogue of a guest. Tune Radio Stena every Saturday at 3:20 p.m.
My name is Ali Shafiei. I'm originally from Iran. I have lived almost half of my life in Canada, so I'm Iranian-Canadian. And now we are in Nazarbayev University. I work here as a professor of petroleum engineering. I came here almost 2 years ago, and I was one of the founders of the new program. My research is basically in energy. I'm an expert on heavy oil recovery. Heavy oil is petroleum, which basically does not flow easily in the reservoir conditions, so you have to put a lot of energy to extract it. This requires new technologies and new knowledge. By the way, we have a graduate program, so we accept master's and PhD students. So we basically train students and also do research, especially on how to recover more oil from reservoirs and inventing new technologies, new techniques to increase the amount of oil production and cut the production prices. So I think my research will impact the society because your country relies on extractive resources, both in mining sector and petroleum sector. And one of the issues in the past few decades, since the collapse of the Soviet Union and independence of the country, it was a talent gap. So one of the missions of this university and this program was basically to close this talent gap by providing highly qualified engineers and scientists so that they can contribute to their different sectors of industry and science in their own country. Actually, first time I came here for the job interview in June 2017. I knew nothing about Kazakhstan except for few historical things. I knew that some Kazakh troops, they were with the Russian army during the time that I think it was in World War II. They invaded the northern part of Iran, and later I learned that there are 5,000 Kazakhs. They have migrated to Iran during the wartime, back in World War I and II. So right now we have a Kazakh community also in Iran. And also because of my research, I was familiar with one of the oil fields, Karajanbas, in western Kazakhstan, which contains heavy oil. So I was sort of familiar with the geography and others, but I didn't know anything else. My first experience was very interesting. It was the first time that I visited Central Asia, and even maybe the first visit from a post-Soviet Union country. So it was very interesting, and I was quite impressed with the architecture, new city, and it was time for Expo 2017. So I had the opportunity also to visit Expo, and I liked it, and the interview went very well, and I got the job after 2 weeks. Then I returned to Canada and came back again, started my job in September 2017, and I really never was homesick. So from the day one, I felt at home. Every country that you enter, it has new culture, and part of the culture is the new language. So I have never been exposed to Kazakh, Russian, and I have never lived in steppe. And I have never interacted with Kazakh people before, but my impression was good, and I have spotted a lot of similarities between the culture here and parts of Iran and most of the Turkic nations. So they share a lot of words. In Iran, we have here, we have a multinational country. So there are a lot of people from different ethnicities. They speak different languages. For instance, in Iran, there are 70 different languages spoken. And among them, Turkish is at the top. Even we have more Turkish-speaking people in Iran than Farsi-speaking. So my parents, they were from the Turkish-speaking people. So I spotted a lot of words similar, like suit, which has never changed, means milk in all the Turkic languages. So I was also invited last year in a toy, which is a Kazakh wedding. So I witnessed there are a lot of customs and traditions that they are similar. So I kind of felt like an organic connection to the environment. I can actually understand what local people are talking, especially when they speak Kazakh, because my Kazakh is much better than my Russian. When I'm traveling to the West, like I have been in Aktau twice, so people there, they speak more Kazakh. And when I'm in the environment, I can actually understand it 100%. Although I cannot speak, if you speak faster, I cannot catch up with you. Being a professor, which means that you lecture and teach several courses regularly. I have a big research group. At the moment, I have 6 master's students, so this means a lot of time you have to spend with your students to supervise them to do their research project. And also we have administrative work. So being a professor abroad, it means a lot of work. So basically I don't have much free time. I managed to make some local friends, Kazakh and all the other nationalities. And I think we pretty much get along with each other. This is something good which I like it. I have worked before in Iran, in Canada, in Lebanon, and this is maybe the 3rd or 4th country that I'm working in. And I have learned through the years that no matter where you go, there will be issues. But at the end of the day, you have to look at yourself, whether you like it or not. And I am fortunate enough to tell you that I like living, working here and interacting with people, educating young talents, and making a contribution to the future of this country. So this was Ali Shafii, a professor from Nazarbayev University. You were listening to my travelogue. So I wish you all the best, and I have a greeting for you in Kazakh language. Demalestariniz, жақсы өтсін. Have a great weekend.
For them, the whole world is a foreign country, but at the same time, it is their home. The life of foreigners who live and work in Kazakhstan. Their experiences and their insights in a travelogue of a guest. Tune Radio Stena every Saturday at 3:20 p.m.